Hello guys, so we are going to start the unit 4, which is data types in a Python. Understanding different type of data. Python for beginners, clear examples, short exercises, and code snippets, theme, accents, line, and these are some muted lines, dark navy. We will just learn about data types in Python, basic data types, which is available in it. So we will move towards the first slide. What are data types? Data types. Definition. Data types tell Python what kind of value a variable stores so the interpreter chooses correct operations and memory representation. Simple example. Age integer, name string, height float, is student boolean. Why they matter? Efficient memory usage, correct operation, math versus text, prevents runtime errors. So what are data types? So basic data types are Python variable. Data types tell a Python what kind of value variable stores. Interpreter chooses correct operation and the memory representation. So basically, if we will like age can be only stored in integer, name can be stored in string, height can be float, it can change, is student boolean, it can also be changed. So that's why these some different data types are used according to the different text. Efficient memory use, correct operation, prevents runtime error. That's why data types exist, and so basically we'll just learn what are data types and how they are being used in this. So let's move on to the last third slide. Numeric data types. Integer. Whole number positive or negative, no decimal point. Example 10 to 50 minus 5. Age equals to 20. Marks equals to 95. Print type age. Class int. Float. Numbers with decimal. Use measurement price fractions. 5.6, 99.8, 0.75. Height 5.7. Price 99.99. Print type price class float. Okay. So this is how numeric data types work. So quick comparison. Type int float. Example int 42 counting items in integers. Float 3.14 measurement in currency. So this is the basic difference between them. Int is being used for the counting items, indices, a float 3.14 measurement and currency. This is how different type of numeric data types are being used. Let's move on to the next part, which is string data types. What is a string? String stores a text must be enclosed in quotes, single, double, or a triple multi-line. Example: Hello Isha multi-line. Code example: name equals to Python, city equals to Delhi, print name hashtag Python. Tips: use single or double quotes interchangeably. Triple quotes allow multi-line text or doc strings. Strings are immutable. Operations return to a new string. So, what is string data type? What is a string? First, you will learn about what is string. String store text must be enclosed in quotes. So, when we are writing anything in the data like hello, it should be enclosed in the quotes like hello double quote, Isha single quote. So this is how it works. For code example, this is our code example. Name equals to Python double quote, city equals to Delhi single quote, print name hashtag Python. So this is how it works, and I guess this part is also clear. Basically, so these are some basic tips. Use single or double quotes interchangeably. If you don't use, it will give a runtime error. Or triple quotes allow multi-line text or doc strings. Strings are immutable. Operation return to a new string. So this is how it all works. I guess this part is also clear with you. Moving towards the next slide. Boolean data type. What is bool? Represent one of two values, true or false, used in a decision and condition. Example: is student equals to true. Is logic for logged in is equals to fail. Real life analogies. Exam pass true slash false. Door open true slash false. Light on true slash false. So this is how Boolean data type work. What is Boolean? So like move with the basic things first. Represent one of two values, true or false. Use the decision and condition. Basically, boolean is used when we have to make a decision. Example: is student true? is logged in false. So this is how it works. I guess this part is also clear now. Moving towards sixth slide. Python inbuilt type to inspect a variable data type is essential when a debugging or a learning what value hold. Basic usage: age equals to 20, print type age class int. More example: print type high, class string, print type 3.14, print type true. So this is finding data type with a type. Okay, so this is how it works. Basic usage: age equals 20, print type age. It will just print your age. And more example: print type high, class string, print type 3.14, class float, print type true, class bool. So this is how it works. I guess this part is also clear. Moving towards the next slide. Conversion. Sometimes value came wrong type. Example: user input is text. Use casting functions to convert types. Common function: int float str bool. Age equals to string. Age underscore str equals 20. Age equals to int. Number equals to 25. Text equals to str. Okay, so this is how it works. Common function are used in this way: int float str boolean. So this is how it all works, and I guess this part is also clear now. We should example, this is your example: always consider invalid input when casting. Use try slash expect for user provided data. Okay, I guess this part is also clear now. Moving towards the eighth slide, common beginner mistakes. Mistakes: adding number and string code. Age equals 20, print age plus years equals a type error. If you will just add age plus years like this, it will just give you a error. Fix: print str age plus years equals to hashtag 20. This is how we should write it properly. Otherwise, it just will give the runtime error. Mistake: wrong quotes. Unmatched or mixing quotes can cause syntax error using matching single, double, triple quotes. Mistake: confusing int and float. Print 5/2, 2.5, print double slash hashtag 2, int float division. If you see a type error, check the type of operands first using type. So this is how it works, guys. I guess this part is also clear. Basically, this is the common mistake one of what a fresher do when he just start doing it. Just takes remember some basic things. Unmatched or mixing codes can cause syntax error using match, single, double, or triple quotes only. If you see a type error, check the type of operands first using type. Okay, so this is how it should work. And moving towards the next slide. Practice example. Try this short task in VS Code REPL. Each exercise on creating variable, printing values, checking type and casting. Store value: A equals to 10, B equal to 3.14, C equal to hello, D equal to true. Print type A, type B, type C, type D. This is how we use store value. Define an integer, float, string, and boolean. Print each its type. So this is how we store values. Then we have type 2, convert type. Age underscore str equals to 20. Age equals to int age str. Print age plus 5 equals to 25. This is how we convert types. This is how the conversion works. Uh, Third is combine safely. Concentrate number and text by casting. Num is equals to 7. Print you have plus str num plus engagement. Run each snippet, change values, and observe type output. This builds institution quickly. So guys, this is how it works. There were the three practice examples: store values, convert types, combined safely. Okay, so I guess this part is also clear. Moving towards the last slide, we have summary and next unit. You have learned what data types are and why they matter. INT float, str bool, definition and example, using type to inspect values, how to cast between two, and common beginner mistakes and fix. Next unit, operation in Python. We will cover arithmetic operators like addition, multiplication, subtraction, division, percentage, comparison operators like these. Okay, so and logical operator and or not. or not. Assignment membership only identify operators. Recommended practice the code snippets from the unit before moving on. Okay, so this is, I guess, everything is clear in this. Try a short quiz, build any tiny program, stores personal info using different types. I hope you guys have cleared this thing and try these short quiz and a tiny program. Try to code it. And if there is an issue, just you and we will meet in the next part. Thank you. Loops in Python. So repeating tasks efficiently. Pythons for beginners, foundation patterns for automation, repetition, and reducing code and improving program clarity. This unit introduces and while loop controls nested loops and practice exercise you can modify right now. So basically, we will learn loops in Python, repeating tasks efficiently. What does it actually means? We will just study in this unit. So let's start. So here we have the first part. Why do we need loops? Imagine printing hello 100 times without loop. You repeat the same statement many times. With loops, you can just write one coincidence block that will repeat automatically. Loop reduces code length and save development time, enable automation, and make maintenance far easier. Just imagine if you want to just type good morning everyone, good morning Harsh, good morning Vanshika, good morning everyone. Just unless you have to write it 100 times and this thing you have to write it just once and it will just repeat itself 100 times, so it will just save much time, make code shorter, help in easier maintenance. So that's why this is made. So there are two statements with loop. I in range 100 print hello. One line controls 100 print. So with loop, I will just write this I in range 100 print hello. It will just repeatedly write it 100 times without loop. Repeated print hello statement, verbose, error prone and hard to update. If I have to write the same line 100 times, it is very basic that I can do a mistake in it. So basically saving a lot of time, with a lot of time and maintenance work, and it's not very hard to do it. So it can easily help you to save a lot much time and can make your code look shorter and great. So moving towards the third slide. What is loop? Start, check condition, stop when, false, execute block. So this is how it works. First we will start, check condition, execute block, stop when false. Okay. So we have just write the code hello. Repeat. We will check condition that this is the suitable condition or not. Then we will execute the block. Stop when false. When the work is done, when we don't need it anymore, it will just we will just stop it there only. Stop and false. A loop repeatedly execute a block of code while a condition is true or while there are items in a sequence. Think of it as do this until we are done. The program checks a condition, runs the code, then checks again. Start, initialize variables or choose sequence. Check, evaluate condition or fetch next time. Execute run body for the loop must be intended, repeated or stop, update the state, continue or break out. So these are the 4 points which we should remember when we are learning about it. Start, initialize a variable or choose a sequence. Check, evaluate condition or fetch next time. Execute run body for the loop must be executed, repeated or stop, update, state a continue or a breakout. This is how we should execute a code. This is how we should write loop statement. Moving towards the fourth slide. For loop, iterate over sequence. Syntax for a variable in sequence followed by an intended block. The for loop steps through each item in a sequence like list, string, or a range, and execute the block for each item. For I in range 5, print I or output 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Iterator, each item assigned to the loop variable sequence object you iterate over indication. Indentation defines the loop body. So for the loop, iterate over sequence, syntax for variable sequence followed by an intended block. For the loop, steps through the each item sequence. This is how a list, string, or a range. Execute each block from the each item. For I in range 5, print I. Output is this. Then the key terms is this. Each item assigned to the loop variable sequence. Object you iterate over intention defines the loop body. The range function generates integer sequence. Range creates a sequence of integers that is commonly used with the for loops, repeated block, specific number or time, or iterative over index. Range 5 produces 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Short default to 0 stop is exclusive. Range 2 it produces 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Start at 2 and stop before 8 produces 13579 start stop step can be negative. These are the range. This is how it works. Range creates a sequence of integers commonly used for the loops, repeated blocks, specific number of time, iterative index values. So if you just select range 5, range 2, 8, range 1 to 10, 2, this is how will give you the output. Range 5, 0 to 4, range 2, 6, 2 to 5, range 1 to 10, 1, 10 to 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So this is how it is going to give you the code. This is how it's going to give you the output, and this is how it behaves when you just give the range to it. Moving towards the next slide. While loop repeat until a condition fails. The loop runs as long as a boolean condition is true. Make sure the loop update states so the condition will eventually becomes false. Otherwise, you will have to create an infinite loop. Syntax while condition statement. Example: I equals to 1 while I equals to 5. Print I plus equals to 1. Note: always include an update to the loop variable I equals to 1 used while for uncertain length repetition or when waiting for a condition change. This is how it works. While loop repeat until a condition fail. It will just repeat itself until unless it just fail by itself. So this is the syntax while condition statement. I equals to 1 while I equals to 5 print I equals to 1. So this is how it works. I guess this part is also clear with you now, which was the seventh part. Loop control statement break continue pass. Break stop the loop immediately and exist to the following code. For I in range 10, if I equals to 5 break, continue skip the rest of the current iteration and moves to the next one. For I in range 5, if I equals to 2 continue pass a placeholder that does not useful during development or for employee loops. For I in range 5 pass. This use these control statements to modify loop, flow, break, exit, continue, skip to the next iteration, and pass key structure in a place while you implement logic later. So this is how it works. Control statement, breaks, continue, pass. These are the three statements which have a different task. First, break, stop the loop immediately, exits the following code. Continue. Skip the rest of the current iteration and move to the next one. Pass. A placeholder that does nothing useful during development or the empty loop. This is how. This is the very basic. I guess it's very much clear now. We would be moving to the next slide. Nested loops. Nested loops inside loops. Nested loops run as an inner loop for every iteration of an outer loop. They are useful generating grids, pattern tables for working with multi-dimensional data such matters. I in range 3 for J in range 3 print IJ. Application pattern generation multiplication table nested data processing like matrix and building complex output. So basically, nested loops is a loop inside a loop. It is they are used for generating grids, pattern tables, and working with a multi-dimension such as matrices. So this is how basically they are very useful for the multi-table pattern and for the matrices part application. Pattern generating multiplication tables, nested data processing like matrix, and building complex output. So this is where it gets used, and this Moving towards the ninth slide, practice program, try these exercises. So basically, I'm moving to the next. We are on the second last slide of our video. Work through these hands-on experiences, cement understanding, write, run, and modify each program. Experimenting help you to learn subtle behavior of loops. Print number 1 to 10 for a while. Print even numbers up to n. Print odd numbers up to n. Display and multiplication table for a given number. Compute the sum of the first n natural number. Compute factorial of an n using a loop. Reverse count for n to 1. Draw a star pattern nested loop. Basically, tips start with a small value and 5 by testing increase once your code works. So basically, I tell you the three values n equals to 5, n equals to 1, 2, 3, 9. So use them and print these things, learn these things. If there is any doubt, just comment down. I will help you. And one more thing, this is the very basic. I guess it's clear now. Summary to the next steps. Today you have learned the loops are essential, how useful, why the loops, how range, generate sequence, and how loop control statements. Break, continue, pass, altern flow. You also practice nested loops, completely hand-on experience exercises. Use loops, automate repetition for the iterate sequences while repeat condition false. Range is versatile sequence generator. Break, continue, pass, control, loop flow. Nested loops solve multi-dimensional problems. We will cover strings, basic indexing, slicing, function, and escape characters that are perfect follow-up loops for the next processing. And estimated lecture duration will be 5 minutes for the loop, 12 minutes for the range, 8 minutes for the while loop, 12 minutes for the control nested loop, 13 minute practice, 10 minutes, 65 to 70 minutes this lecture should be. And I guess everything is clear in this video. These are the key takeaways. Next, we will study this in the next video. Thank you for being here. See you guys in the next video.
Let's start the video. So this is the part 2 of this is the unit 2 that I'm going to teach now. So let's start. So variables in Python. What is variable in Python? Basically, what do you mean by variable in Python? So let me explain. Storing information in memory. Welcome back. In the previous unit, we explored what the Python is and how to display output using the print command function. Now we are diving into the one of the most important concept in the programming variable. Every program you write, whether it is a calculator, a game, or a website, relies on a variable to store and manage information. Core concept. What is a variable? So, not going too far. So, let's basically understand what is a variable actually is. So, a variable is a name storage location used to hold a data in your program. Think of a label box. You put something inside, stick a name on the outside, and whenever you need that item, simply just look for the label. So name of, again we have the example, name stores Isha stores 20, Marks stores 95. So let me explain. So if we are in library, we are looking for a book, but we have covered every book with the same cover. So how would you easily know that this is the book that I am looking for? So basically you will just mark something, like you will just write, like I am looking for a mathematics book which is written by B.S. Gariwal. So what I will just do on that cover, I will just write B.S. Garewal, Maths, Engineering Mathematics by B.S. Garewal. So I will easily get to know that this book I am actually looking for. So this is what actually variable teaches us. So if we read the last line, every piece of information needs a place to live. Instead of remembering the raw value, we are remember its name and we can change the value whenever it's needed. Okay, so basically what we are telling, if I stored a box, if I just what I should explain, if I using a box where I stored some clothes. So now and I'm shifting to a new house, but when I shifted to the place, now I am using. I've just took out my clothes and put them in the almirah or somewhere else. Now what the and I'm storing something else in that box, so that actually this is the how the variable works. If I store a data by the name, if I write name Moksh, so that data, that variable belongs to my name. But if I change that name to Isha, to Sarthak, to Tanish, to any example, then that variable will belong to that name only. So I guess I have easily explained you guys what actually variable means. So let's move on to the next slide. So this is the question. Real life connections. Why do we actually need variables? So what do you think? Why we need variable actually? Imagine storing information without any name. You would simply write 20. Nobody would know that the number means what you when you write. So basically, if I just bought a book and I just written mathematics, which mathematics book? Engineering mathematics, class 12th mathematics, or class 10th mathematics? Which mathematics book I am talking about? So when I will write engineering mathematics written by B.S. Garewal part 1, so I will just easily got to know that the book is belongs to the engineering department, where this book will be used in BSc, BTech, and it will teach the further explanations which we have not read in 12th, maybe in 12th mathematics book. So this is how it works. So if I just write something on a book 20, and nobody knows what that 20 actually means. Nobody knows that which engineering book I am talking about. So basically I have to name it like engineering mathematics by B.S. Garewal. So you will can easily get to know that I am talking about B.S. Garewal. So now everyone instantly understand that 20 represents someone's age, variables, context, meaning, or raw data. So what they have given as an example, what they have done, they have just written age equals to 20. So what what is actually means. So my age is 20. So what I will do, just age equals to 20. So now you know that my age is 20. But if I just write 20, what does it mean? It means nothing. So when I use age, it uh, it give a reason. It shows why we have just used that 20. So it's a basically a way to store the data. So let's use the points. Let's get to know why we have stored this in each format. Readable. Descriptive names make code self-explanatory and easy to follow. Reusable. Store a value once a reference it throughout your program. Maintainable. Update a value in one place and reference that stays in a sense. Okay. So I guess it's clear now. And should I explain it more furtherly? I guess it's very easy to explain, and I did explain very well. So let's move on to the next slide. What does it mean? Hands-on creating variables. Creating a variable in a Python simple. You pick a name, use the equal sign and provide a value. Python automatically figures out the data type for you. For example, again, name equals to Isha, age equals to 20, height equals to 5.5, is student true. So basically what I just tell the Python the name equals to Isha. So the name is Isha, age equals to 20, height is 5.5. So I just given the data and written their values. So now you and Python and my system, everyone knows what does it actually mean. So it's easy to explain now. It's easy to understand what I want to tell, what I want to explain. If I just written Isha 25.5 true, will it be easy to understand for you guys? I don't think so. It will be easy to understand. So left side, basically what they have did. Left side name, variable name you choose like name or age. Assign equals to assignment. Equal sign assigns the value on the right or on the name or the left. On the left. So basically what equals to sign do, like if I just written name equals to Isha. So name is a variable. Isha is a quantity. So what equal to just did, it made that variable equals to that value which I have given to the system. Right side, see this. Right side equals to value. Error value. The data being stored text, number, decimal or true and false. So let's move to the next slide. So rules. Know the rules. rules for the naming variables. Python has a strict rule for what makes a valid variable name. Follow them and your code will run without errors. So when we talk about Python, Python is very strict language. You cannot just write you cannot just use capital letters anyway. You cannot just use small letters anyway. You cannot just give space anywhere. It should be meaningful to the system. It should be meaningful to the language which you are writing. So this is the way we should write. First, we should know how shouldn't we write. So, to age cannot start with a number. We cannot just start age as a variable with a number. Student slash a name, hyphens not allowed. Hyphens, we cannot use hyphens in the code. It will just give the error directly if you just written the 15 lines or lines code, maybe 20 lines code. If you just use hyphens or you just use a number before a variable, it will just show the error directly. Student age, space is not allowed. As I told you guys, Python is very strict with the language thing. It is very strict. You cannot just give space. You cannot just use capital and small letter anywhere. You have to just follow the instruction. Class, reserved keywords. Class, we cannot use reserved keywords in this in this, or it will show the error. So how should we write? Now we should get to know student underscore name. Use underscore always. If you just want to give a space between, just use underscore. Student age. Use letters only. Don't use numerical signs anywhere. It try to avoid first of all, but let's see the last example. Age 2. The number at the end is fine. As I told you, you can just use the number at the starting or in the middle. You can use the number in between, but cannot use in the starting. Underscore mark, start with an underscore. Starting with an underscore is still okay, but it won't be allowed if you will be using it in the middle. If you are using that underscore at the end, or you cannot just use underscore in the end. You can just use it in starting or in the middle. Take a moment to study each mistake, understand the rules. Now we'll save hours of debugging later. If you will just read it now, it will save your much time for the future. It's a very basic thing. You should know how to write the code in the starting. If you just cannot understand this, it will be very tough to learn the coding, and it can become a become very stressful in the future, because you will just constantly repeat these mistakes if you just cannot overcome it right now. write a better code. So how we can write a better code? Practice best practices for naming. Do just I will explain it in very simple words. Good variable names make your code readable and professional. Always choose names that clearly describe your value represent. So, uh, it's very it's very obvious thing and it is a very basic thing to understand. So if I just using age, I cannot just I cannot write age equals to moksha or name equals to 20. It's not valid. It cannot. Will you be able to understand what I want to say? What I want to explain it to you. You will just think my name is 20. Whose name is 20? Whose age is 20? Whose age is Moksha? Whose age is Isha? There are no one who. It cannot be. It will be like Python won't reject it, but it should be meaningful as you write it. So Python follow snake underscore case conversion words are separately by underscore example student underscore name comma total underscore marks underscore phone numbers. So snake case basically Python uses underscore as a space. So if you will use it, it can be beneficial for you and can help you to improve to look your code neat and it may also give you less error and it can be easily to it will help you to debug the code very easily. It won't take much time as other code will take if you just use the space or what I say hyphens. It will show the error. You should not be using it. So let's move on to the next slide. Values can change updating variables. Values can change. Okay, so what should I explain? Variables are called variables because their value can change. You can assign a new value to an existing variable at the point the old one is replaced. It's a very basic thing. Again, if I writing the code for me, like my name is Moksh and age is 20, my height is 5'10", my place of birth is Muzaffarnagar. But if I am writing the same code for someone else, for my friend, the data completely changes. The name, age, height, and place of birth will remain same. The variable will be same, but the data I will give it to them can change. Like for example, like let's talk about my friend Vanith. Name equals to Vanith, age equals to 19, height equals to 5'9", and place of birth can be Roorkee. It's easy to, I guess it's not a very hard thing to understand. just take your 15 to 20 minutes. Python is very easy, but we have just understand some basic rules and basic rules. Otherwise, it can be a bit hard for you guys to uh, do the coding in the future. Otherwise, Python is not very uh, hard to learn. It's very demanding in the future, so I guess it's very beneficial for you to learn for it's beneficial for you to learn from the basics. These things should be very clear to you guys. When you assign a new value, Python simply updates the box with the new contents. The previous value is discarded and no longer accessible through that name. So, as I was explaining, if I given the output for my details, it will show my NI, my data. But if I just change the date, my name, and change the details to the one as my friend, so it will not show the data for my name. If I will search for the name, it will show Varnit, not Moksh. So I guess it's clear now. Let's move on to the next slide. Shortcut techniques, multiple assignment. Python lets you assign a value multiple variable in a single line, making your code cleaner and more concise. Multiple assignment, shortcut techniques. So, what does it actually mean? Python let you assign your value multiple variable in a single line, making your code cleaner and more concise. So, what I should tell, same value in many variables, different value in one line. So, like if we are doing a mathematics calculation where x, y, z value is equals to 100 and maybe ABC value can be 80 or maybe A value can be 50, B can be 60 and C can be 80. They can be written in the different line, but if the value is same for each and every one, then the value can be written in the one line, which concise your which save your time, make code more cleaner, and make it concise. By this, it will be very time efficient, and when you write these type of codes in coding for 15,000 line 10,000 line code of code, it will make the code shorter. If you just use everything in different line, it can be, if the 10,000 code program, it can be done in the 20,000 also, it can be done in 15,000 also, it can be done into 10,000, it can be, maybe it can be possible, it can be done in 8,000 also. It come with the skills, the person who is doing the coding at that time. So, like example, let's read the example first. Same value. Many variables x equals to y equals to z equals to 100. Okay, all three variables Now hold the value of 100 useful when several variables should start at the same initial value as I told you. When the same value is there is no problem. We can write the same code in the same line. Different value, one line. Name, comma, age, comma, city. Isha, comma, 20 is, comma, Manipur. Okay. So each variable gets its own value in order. If we write the code in the order, then there is no problem. Like name, comma, age, comma, city equals to Isha. So Isha, comma, 20 equals to comma, Manipur. So the same sequence should be followed as we have given the value to the variable. If the name variable is on the first, then we should write the Isha first, and the age variable is on the second, then we should write 20 as its age, and the third city in the third as a money. Okay. Avoid these traps. Okay. Common beginner mistakes. So it's very important, I guess. These mistakes I have also done by myself also. So I will suggest you guys don't fall in it. So let's start. It will just take more than 5 or 6 minutes if this lecture will end. With this, avoid these traps. Common beginner mistakes. So these are the errors Python beginners make. Knowing them ahead of time save frustration and build confidence. Key sensitivity. Age equals to 20. Print age hashtag error. You didn't use any boolean in the bracket, so it will show the error. Python treat age and age as a two different variable. Capitalization matter. As I previously told you, you cannot just write capital letter and a small letter anywhere in Python. You should be very clear when you are using age with capital A and age with a small letter. Small it is a two different identities in Python. No space allowed. Okay. Variable names cannot contain space. Use underscore instead. Student underscore name. If you want to give a space, use underscore. Otherwise, if you just use a space directly, it will show error. It as simple as that. You cannot just use space anywhere. Like for example, student equals to space equals to Isha. The whole code is right, but what the mistake he did, he just didn't use underscore in between. He just given the space, so that's why this error came. But it can be easily fixed. So just write these notes in your notebook, in diaries maybe. It will help you. I will share these PPTs in the description if you want to. If you want to download that, you can download also. No leading numbers, 2 marks equals to 95. Again, you cannot just write 2 or any numerical value in the starting. A variable name cannot be with a digit. Numbers are fine elsewhere marks too. So what again we have just read, I guess 2-3 lines back. We cannot just use what, okay, here. So each tune at the end is fine. Now numerical at the end is fine, but 2 in the starting of the variable is not allowed. These you should these things are very important. So I hope you have written in these things in your notebook as it will help you. So I guess this thing is also clear now. Let's moving towards the final slide. Time to code. Practice as what next? Practice question. Try writing these programs in VS Code. Store your name and print it. Store your age and print it. Store your city. Store your college name. Change the value and the variable. Use multiple assignments. Today you have learned what a variable is, why variables are used, conversations, best practices for naming, updating variables, multiple assignment, common beginner mistakes. So I guess this video comes to an end. So what we have read in this video, we will just give a quick revision in 2 minutes. Core concept. What was the core concept? What is variable? So what we are teaching today is a variable. A variable is a name storage location used to hold data in your program. Think of it's a label box. You put something inside, stick a name on the outside, and whenever you need it item, you simply look at the label. Again, if there is a box and we have written name and we have given the name given its name to the clothes, and I will put it the clothes, then it will be easy for you to find in which box the clothes are kept. If I just wrote down that grocery, if that box begins with the jewelries and I have just put the clothes inside it, will it be easy for you to find out? I guess it won't be easy for you to find out. So let's move to the next slide. Why do we need variables? Imagine storing information without any names. You would simply write 20. What does 20 mean? 20 means nothing. If you given age equals to 20, now you know that guy who has written this, his age is 20, her age is 20. So basically it helps now everyone instantly understand that 20 represents someone's age. Variable gives the context meaning to the raw data. Basically what I was explaining is this only. It easy to understand with the variables. Creating variables, I guess this part is also clear. this is the very important part. You should learn this, and it will be beneficial for you with this. And I guess let's come to the end. So the, the first part of this video is over. The first video I am going to upload today, and I hope everyone understood what I have taught in these two videos, in these two parts. So thank you everyone. Good night.